Hey guys, and welcome to today's video where today I'm going to be doing an update on my inverts. So I keep a few as pets. I'm not going to probably show you the feeder insects because I only really have mealworms and morio worms at the moment because we are on lockdown and the geckos aren't eating as much, and usually this time of year they don't really eat crickets that much, so I didn't want to buy some and the geckos not eat them when other people may need crickets at the moment. So what I'm going to focus on is some of the updates for my ants, my isopods, and this chrysalis. So I don't know if you remember this guy or girl, we don't know what it is, but I named it Barry, and I'm going to just say he for now, but he was a caterpillar, I believe an Elephant Hawk Moth one. Now I've had one before, Harry, but he could potentially be a lesser Elephant Hawk Moth, which is a different species, but we'll have to wait and see when he hatches out. So you haven't seen him for a while because he did pupate quite early on from when I got him, and then he had to go into hibernation along with the ants, and he came through that well. And now it's spring, it's coming to that time when he should be hatching out soon. So like with Harry before, I would mist down his little house here occasionally, not too often, but just a little bit to get him to know that it's time to come out. Obviously the temperature helps as well, it's quite warm actually here. And we know he's still alive because although I don't actually pick him up only for this video, but when he's on your hand he does sometimes move. Like when I first picked him up for this video he moved, so he's still alive in there, and I'm actually going to be changing his cage very soon to something a little more appropriate. I don't think this all fits in the frame, but I will pop it up, film it, and you guys can see here how it will look. Now this is a nice big pop-up enclosure. I guess some people use these for stick insects. I don't know tons about stick insects. I had Francis at one time, but yeah, this is what that was marketed for, but I have it anyway because I tend to find caterpillars this time of year, and I love seeing them pupate and hatch out. Now this isn't going to be a permanent house or anything because frankly when these hatch they don't have long to live, and they have one goal, and that is to reproduce, and they can't do that on their own in captivity. He was from the wild. I've protected him over winter. I'm going to let him free once he is ready. So this is really just so when he comes out of the chrysalis he isn't stuck in that box. He has space to get that blood pumping to his wings and get ready for the wild, because we may all be on lockdown, but this moth isn't going to be. This is going to be our moth of hope, and if I can I will try to document him hatching out like I did with Harry. Shall I open this for you, Sam? Look, this is a very tiny tent. Are you coming in? Sam? Look at that. Amazing. So next up we have my black garden ants, and you may be wondering why on earth are they in this cricket box. The reason being is they actually kept escaping, and so they went through hibernation. They were totally fine. They've really, like, the population has really gone up since. However, I kept noticing, like, at night I'll turn on my light and suddenly there was one worker walking around. I'm like, okay, where did that come from? Put it back in, figure out everything, make sure the lid's definitely on properly. And then one night I found 4 out at the same time, and I was like, this has gone too far. So I really checked everything over. I think potentially, like, if you push down one side of this, I don't know, yeah, so basically let me show you a bit better. So one side, you see how that leans up a bit, and then if you do that to the other side it leans up. So I don't know if it's just because it's plastic and I don't know, just natural heat, cold from the winter then heat again, I don't know, but the lid isn't that secure. And if I could I would put sealant or you know, like some type of glue that will fill in any gap and keep this in place. However, I need to take this entire thing off to replace their water and their food bowl, so it's not very practical. Now since they've been in a cricket box I haven't seen any more escape, but we don't know that for sure. But the population's still pretty good in there, so let's go check them out. So I thought we'd go really close up on the ants so you can properly have a good look. Obviously it's red because we have the red screens up, so the light doesn't disturb them too much, and unfortunately I can't take that off. It is what it is. So this is as good as it's gonna get. But you can see Liz the queen is still doing good. We've got lots of workers, lots of eggs and pupa. So things are going well. I definitely, like, the only time I've moved them other than to put them in that cricket box was just now, so they really aren't disturbed much at all. I feel like when things start going good with these, when my ants aren't just randomly dying, when the colony's there's an ant on the outside! See, this is it. I just said when things are going well. They're obviously not. Things are escaping. But I feel like all my videos when things were going rubbish, everyone watched, and then when I have a decent colony, nobody watches. But that's why I just sort of stopped the ant series. I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep these for myself. I'll do updates now and again. But I do definitely have this escaping problem, clearly, still. And I did email AntKit quite a while ago before we were on lockdown or anything, and I never heard back from them. Unless they've changed their email, I don't know. But yeah, they keep escaping, so this isn't an ideal setting for them anymore. I'll have to figure out what to do. If you have any suggestions, let me know below. I will give you a quick update on the harvester ant colony. So their queen died in October 2017 and the last worker has only just died. So that worker has lasted like 2.5 years nearly without a queen. So that's pretty cool. It's sad to see it come to an end, but you know, that was inevitable. They didn't have a queen, so no more workers were being produced. But these are the ants. They're doing well, although they are still escaping. I'm not sure exactly where from, potentially the lid, I don't know. But I know Ants UK on my live stream asked for when an update will be, so I hope this has been good for you. And finally we have my Isopods. Okay, so you see a lot of fluff right now. I threw in the custodian fuel. And this particular setup is very humid. So this isn't one in my gecko's tanks, this is one that's in an actual plastic tub, and so they will grow a lot of mold and it looks gross, but the woodlice will eat it. They absolutely love it. Now, as well as woodlice in here, we also have springtails. The weird thing is I have never once bought springtails. I've never actively added springtails in here. I never added any in my gecko's tank. I don't know if they just came in on, you know, isopods that I bought or plants, but I've actually never bought isopods and I have tons in my tank, which I'll try to get some footage of. Also, I will get some footage of the giant orange isopods that are in my tank because they are particularly active at night, so I can't film them right now, but you can see we have a lot. Now, I do also have these ones in my tank, but you don't see them near as often as the orange ones. They've really taken over. And what's crazy is in Drogo's tank, I'm pretty sure originally I only added 8 to 10 giant orange ones in. Like, these were the main ones before. And I know a lot of people have been asking me to do an update on these. Are there any under here? There's a few under here, under this coconut. But generally, like, I just leave them to it. You know, I feed them. They've got moss, they've got places to hide. They've got a food dish that they were cleaning out, but actually it looks quite gross now. And I would like to make them a fancier tank, and in the future I would love to have maybe like rubber duckies or the dairy cow ones. They're pretty cool. But yeah, this is sort of what they are living in right now. I know some people have asked me to do more isopod videos. I don't know if you want to know more about their care or setups or something like that. Let me know below. But I thought I'd just sort of show you what's been going on with these guys. It's not the most attractive looking tank, I have to admit, but they seem to be doing well and reproducing, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure you are subscribed, got your notifications on so you don't miss the progress of this little one. It'd be really cool to see him finally hatch. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go there. Okay.